Here we have a movie from the makers of Tokyo Gore Police, Machine Girl, and Robo Geisha. All these films have similar trends in common in that they're blood-soaked, perverse, and unusual. I recently saw another by the same filmmakers called Vampire Girl vs. Frankenstein Girl, but I found that one to be boring and couldn't get into it. However, I was pleasantly surprised with this one. Usually with these movies, they add a lot of blood effects using computers, and most of the time it looks extremely fake. Which is acceptable when the scene is supposed to be funny, but that's the first thing I noticed with this one. It doesn't use any of that. During an early fight between several of the ninjas, there's parts where they slice each other's necks, and you'd normally expect blood to be gushing out, but there is none. I'm typically a gore hound, and I love as much blood as possible, but I have to say, I'm glad they didn't use it here. Somehow, it just worked better without it. The first 30 minutes or so is brutally slow, but once the alien shows up, the pace picks back up and it's entertaining the rest of the way. There isn't a whole lot of plot with this movie. A meteor crashes, some alien life forms come out, and shortly after they start preying upon the local village, and the ninjas have to protect the town by fighting to the death. Literally, the plot is just the title of the movie. Aliens and ninjas fighting. That's it. But it's so well done that I'm not complaining. Given the fact that the entire movie is action-oriented, you could pretty much fall asleep at any part for a few minutes, or leave the room, go to the bathroom, it wouldn't make a difference. When you come back, ninjas and aliens will still be beating the hell out of each other, and I guess that could be looked upon as a shortcoming, that it gets kind of repetitive, but the fight scenes are so well choreographed and thought out, it doesn't become boring at all. If I'm gonna make any complaint with this movie, it's that it seems to me that the ninja wins most of the time. Yes, plenty of the ninjas are slaughtered, but still, it seems like the alien could have done a little more damage, especially to the main heroes. I like that they don't show too much of the alien at first. You get to see bits and pieces of it before the full body is revealed. An arm here, a tail there, or it's half hidden behind a tree. It's a good way to keep the audience in suspense until it's finally revealed. One interesting thing that happens is where the aliens have these holes in their heads and little baby alien fetuses crawl out. They enter through a human's mouth or nose and inhabit a person's body, taking them over. It's sort of similar to Invasion of the Body Snatchers because the aliens are inhabiting the humans' bodies and they're now in control. There's a scene where the ninjas find the other members of their clan who have died and now they're reborn like zombies with slimy pink aliens crammed into their throats. The ninjas attempt to talk to them, but they're all brainwashed by the baby aliens, and their only response is to spew out obscenities.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck
You.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
This is a great movie, isn't it? I think this scene is important too, because it gives you a break for a little while from it just being the ninja fighting the alien all the time. The change of pace is welcomed, because, honestly, the aliens are all cool to look at, but they're all sort of the same design with the same fighting abilities. There's one that grows wings like a bat near the end, but other than that, they're all just a little too similar. Just a little bit more creature variety could have really made this film a knockout, but still, it's pretty cool. The thing that I love the most about this movie is that it's a movie from 2010 and the aliens are guys in rubber costumes. Look, any minor issue I might have had with the movie is easily made up for just for the fact that they didn't have to resort to rendering the aliens with CGI effects. And it looks awesome because of it. That's not to say that there isn't any CGI, there is, but mostly it's confined to just action and stunts, such as projectiles being tossed. This is a great example of CGI utilized the correct way. They only used the CGI when they had to, and the film works so much better as a result. I don't know about you, but I find it much more enjoyable to see a real guy in a real rubber costume fighting a real human ninja than being force-fed a plate of fake, poorly rendered, synthetic, pixelized gobbledygook. Now, let me not forget to mention all the great gore. Like I said early on, during the opening ninja fight, it's surprising that there's no fake-looking spraying blood like in Robo Geisha. But there's plenty of bodies ripped apart and heads smashed in to keep any gore lover a happy camper. Some of the stuff is really graphic, and all the better because it's done with practical effects and it looks first-rate. And the choreography on the fight scenes is out of control. Like when the girl bends in every direction to dodge the swords. It reminds me of a Jackie Chan fight. And speaking of the girl, whenever she has a fight scene, there's some hilarious sexual innuendo going on. Like the part where she jumps onto the alien. In one shot, it's like they're humping the shit out of each other. And soon after that, it's shooting its tail between her legs like a giant cock about to penetrate her pussy. It's intentionally done and a hilarious sequence. There were moments when I was literally laughing out loud. So, you know, grab some friends and some booze and check this movie out some night. It is fucking awesome.
You motherfucker.
I think you can tell why I'd like this movie.
Give me the fucking dirty pussy.